What fall brings, at least for the chamber, it brings our second annual Health and Business Expo. So you will be seeing these signs around.
Oh, look, you can see through it.
Yeah, you can see
we
through it.
We have a green screen back there. Anything green, you can see through it. So this sign is green.
You're right. So you will be seeing these signs all around Oxford promoting the Chamber's event, which is going to be taking place on September 29th, which is a Sunday, the last Sunday of the month, out at Boulder Point. And it's going to be from 11 o'clock in the morning till 3 p.m. And the vendors are signing up. We're going to have numerous vendors out there, but there is still some spots. So if you would like to be a vendor, whether you have a business that you would like to be able to share, you know, a lot of the at-home businesses, you know, it's a great opportunity to be able to come out and you can bring your items to sell. Or if you're an agent for a company, whether it be insurance or something that you would like to promote your business, great place to be a vendor and share that information with the community. There'll be a little bit of a taste of Oxford that's going to be taking place. So just a lot of interesting vendors, a lot of fun.
You get to see the new, if there's a new restaurant in town that you get to find out, you know how when we have a new restaurant in town, you can't get in that parking lot for the first month.
No.
So you don't get to taste their food. But if an event like this, it's a great place to figure out who's there and what kind of what goodies they have.
Well, and funny that you bring that up because the new Fuel Your Life Cafe.
Yes.
They had kind of like a soft opening started yesterday, and so I was able to sample.
Oh, were you?
And this
I can't
is
wait.
all gluten-free, paleo, vegan type of
Keto, paleo, keto, right?
Yes.
Two different things. I talked to Lisa. She's a doll. And yeah, there are two different things. And then they also talk about Mediterranean, which is the best food on the planet.
That I didn't get to sample that, but wow, I'll tell you, for me, I never really had such a variety of sampling of delicious foods.
Yeah.
And Lisa is going to be doing classes too.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
So I am all on board for that.
And the neat thing about her is she's not just like a diet coach, she's a life health coach.
Yes.
So even emotionally, she helps you accept if you're not happy with yourself or your, she's just so, when you stand next to her you want to do one of these. She's just such a warm person. Well, and Keith is a good guy too.
She was at our Coffee Connect, the Chamber's Coffee Connect was yesterday, and that was at Apothecary and Company.
Nice.
And so Lisa was there. She brought in, once again, samples. They were what looked like a chocolate bar.
Her $1 million bar.
Yes.
Isn't that good?
Oh my goodness.
And it's good for you.
And it's healthy.
It's the kind of thing
really
that,
nice.
if you're craving sweets or you want ice cream or you want caramel, it satisfies that need.
Sweet tooth, yes.
Right. Otherwise, if you can't satisfy that, if you're on a diet and you really crave something as ooey and gooey and yummy as that is, you keep eating stuff in the refrigerator till you try to satisfy, and this will do it. Oh, that was delicious.
Yeah.
And all good for you. It was made out of almond flour and coconut oil and maple syrup.
Maple syrup, yes.
And chocolate. And really good chocolate. They're yummy.
I can't remember what type of chocolate she called that.
Yeah, something interesting.
It may come to me later, I doubt it, but all I know is it was good.
She wants to teach us how to switch out the bad and the not so good ingredient with good ingredients and still have it taste
And
good.
the thing is that she's teaching you how to do
that,
it.
right?
Not having somebody else do it for you and you just go and pick it up. But they are going to have that type of service there.
To pick it up,
Pick it up.
To drive by.
You text, they're going to have it all on an app, and and you just say, this is what I would like to have. I will be there at such and such a time, and they'll have it all packed and ready.
And that's something. Yeah.
Wonderful.
They're great. They're
absolutely wonderful. So I'm hoping, I didn't have the opportunity because I was just so excited about everything else, but I'm kind of hoping that she's going to be able to also, somebody from the restaurant there will be able to be at the expo so that you can try these samples as well. Because really, everything that we have around Oxford for eating is, we have such a variety, which is fantastic.
Yeah, sure do.
Our
community. We have one drive-through or fast food restaurant in the whole community. Out of all those restaurants, it says a lot for our community wanting to stay healthy.
Sure.
And this is just going to help further that.
Absolutely. And their curb service with theirs is really phenomenal.
Nice.
So
I can't wait till they open up.
So with that, we also have with our Health and Business Expo, we're going to be having raffles. We'll have car demos. There's going to be door prizes. Our vendors are going to be offering prizes. So I hope that you see a need and a want to get out on that Sunday, September 29th. And just stop on in because there's so much that's going to be going on. OCTV is going to be there. I know we're going to be having honeybee. Honey from
Spencer.
From Spencer's
Apiaries, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and
good.
then some of the donations, we're going to be making a donation towards McLaren's Sister to Sister. And also there is, some of the proceeds are going to go to the Lakeville Literacy Club, which it's a club for children for learning to read, children that have a little bit of problem with learning how to read, and so they have services that are offered. And so that's something that we as the Chamber wanted to be able to give to organizations such as that to help out.
But this still also, I might have lost track here. I was writing something down that I want to remember to tell everybody, but this also is for breast cancer screening, right?
Right, that's what Sister to Sister is all about, is for Oakland County women who do not have the ability for paying for breast cancer screening. And so that's what Sister to Sister is, and that's where our donation will be going to as well. Now, McLaren's going to have a large setup there so that you'll be able to get a lot of information from there too.
So necessary.
Yes. So with that being said, we're going to take just a real quick break and we'll be right back.
Canine Stray Rescue does just that. Rescue stray dogs for new families. But they need your help. Become a volunteer at Canine Stray Rescue League of Michigan. Take dogs for walks, help them socialize with others, and help them get adopted. Fill out an application and help a family add a new member today.
Welcome back to Daybreak. Debbie Wren, President of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Terry Stiles, Production Manager at Oxford Community Television.
And look what we just got in. Our new directories have finally arrived, so you're going to be seeing these all around town. It has all of our chamber members, current chamber members in there, along with many the advertisements were just phenomenal this year. There's a lot of information in here about the chamber, about the village, about Parks and Rec, the police department, healthcare. The DDA has put in a page in here. Advertising from, let's see, so many of our area businesses have advertised. We've got a map in the middle that is showing all of the Oxford area. This map is something that is really well received. People love to know where streets are and things like that. So that is in the book as well. So all of you who are coming to the expo, You will also be receiving one of these when you walk through the door, along with a ticket for door prizes and such. So the new directory, I'm thrilled, so happy, happy. It was a long time coming. They had some issues with NovaPrint, with getting people into, getting them all processed before we could even get them printed. So very thrilled to have those finally in stock. So
the neatest thing about this book is to go through it, and on every page you see people in there that you recognize.
Yes.
It's so neat. And I'm telling you, what a wealth of information. You even have the officials in the communities, like the Oxford Township Supervisor's Office and who works in there, how to get in touch with them, who's on the boards, the Planning Commission, Township Board, Zoning Board. That is so cool for somebody that just comes into this community.
Exactly.
Whether they're a business owner or even just a resident. It's unbelievable. Every single page has somebody you know or something that's going on in this community. It looks like our parades and wow,
well, and
so cool.
You know, we do the chamber does the welcome bags for the community. So every new homeowner that moves into our area, number one, our directories are going in there, but those members of the chamber that have things that they want homeowners to be able to, you know, become aware of them. So there's little goodies that are in these welcome bags. So
cool.
we are making at least 20, 25 on a weekly basis that go out.
Really?
So there's a lot of
We have
new.
big turnover or a lot of new
A
people?
lot of new people.
Very nice.
A lot of new people moving
Wow.
in. And you know, we've got the apartments going up. I mean, there's stuff everywhere. Everywhere.
Now,
available.
speaking of those apartments, you're talking about the ones by Meyer, right?
Yes.
So now there's another phase that's beginning, right?
Yes.
Isn't that
yes.
something?
Which that really
for us.
is. That's Abbey Ridge.
Abbey Ridge, right?
Yep,
right.
yep. And if you haven't been back there, I mean, if nothing else, just drive up that road and see. It's amazing because from the road you can see, but once you get back there, it's pretty amazing.
It's a whole different world.
It is.
It's like you're not even in Oxford.
I know. we're not used to seeing that
I know.
in Oxford here.
I'm so happy about that. And then we're still going to have, still have the prospect of having the hospital up that way.
Yes, right up that way.
Which probably will precipitate further growth out there.
For sure.
Nice.
We're gonna, unfortunately we're
us.
gonna need it only because hospitals do bring a lot of people. And I know that there's people that will think that, you know, you're losing that hometown feeling, but we're really not.
No.
You know, the community is still gonna be the same.
That's
so
right. And we still have that wonderfully quaint downtown that's not changing.
No.
The most modern building downtown is the theater, and even that's becoming dated.
I know.
Not that it looks dated, but it's been there for a while. But I've always maintained it's kind of out of sync with the rest of the downtown area, because that's style is the 1800s, but I'm certainly used to seeing it there, and I like it being there. I've gone to a number of movies
exactly. And the movies are always good. You know, the screen is great.
No matter what.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Great. And the parking's still good. Parking's great back there. And then Dave Weckel is building his building on Burdick Street.
Evergreen's Coffee Shop is going in there.
That's right, yeah. Which means there'll be some elbow room at the Merge Studios for another business owner that might want to come into our community. We'll have put them in there. There's plenty of room. There's plenty of room for everybody. Come on. It's like, dive in.
And talking about, you know, new businesses and such, we have new businesses that have also joined the chamber, one of which is Tax Law Solutions. They're located on Willow Lake Drive in Oxford. Four County Community Foundation. They're actually in Elmont, but they have four.
They will. They provide grant funding.
Okay.
For nonprofit agencies, nonprofit facilities. We've been the recipient twice of grant monies from them, and I spoke with the new director there the other day, and they're looking at granting funding to Addison Township.
Oh, wonderful.
So they grant funds to facilities in four counties. So
four counties.
I think it's Genesee, Macomb, Oakland, and There's one more, and I'm not sure what that is. But she really wants the name Four Counties Community Foundation out there. So if you want to meet this woman and this foundation, contact the chamber and find out how to get in touch with them. They're so anxious to give away grant funding. It's really cool.
I knew that you knew more about that than I did, so that's why I'm happy you're able to share.
I'll be doing an interview with the new director and a couple board members for our community access. I'm doing it next week, so it should be out the week after or the week after that. So keep an eye on our community access on YouTube, and you'll be able to find out more, because I have lots of questions for them.
There you go. And once again, that was Four County Community Foundation. We also have Thai Fu, which is going to be at 180 South Washington Street, right here at Oxford. Then Splash Zone, which is out at the Legacy Center. That has, the pool has now reopened, so that's great. That was good news. And then Orion Oxford Dance Arts. That's on Lapeer Road, and they're located in Lake Orion. So new members, and we're always having new members. Our current members, they renew their memberships. We always make that available in our weekly newsletter. So there's so much, I want to say, like advertising, free advertising that goes on in our weekly newsletters, and that's where I get a lot of the information that I'm able to share here with you. So
And you have your Coffee Connects.
Our Coffee Connects we just had, which was on September 3rd. That was at Apothecary and Company. Our next mixer, which is going to be on September 26th, that's going to be at, I always have a hard time saying this. It's like a tongue twister for me. It's Gravel Capital Brewing. So
I have a hard time with that too.
I know the ribbon cutting's going to be at 4 o'clock that day, and then our mixer is going to follow immediately at 4:30. So that will be a kind of a twofer, as you could say.
Yeah, right.
So OCTV will be there, and we look forward to seeing you there. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Debbie Wren, President of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Terry Stiles, the Production Manager at Oxford Community Television.
Hey.
I didn't forget, I was going to say OCTV. And I really want to remind people that you do have a community television station here.
Yes.
And we're sitting on the brink of, we've had funding sources redistributed because of our governor and because of the FCC, but we're still here for now.
Good. And I want us to be here for a long time. We enjoy everything that OCTV has done for the community and continues to do. You guys are, you're dynamic, dynamic. And that's why I enjoy coming here, you know, to share this information, and of course to have my buddy here with me too.
Yeah, we get to see each other.
Exactly.
Well,
so what's going on?
I'm excited about the only reason why I'm excited about fall coming up is that we've got so many events coming up in the community. And the first one I want to talk about is September 21st. And as fast as this summer went by, mark your calendar, but just know in the back of your mind that's going to be like in another day or so. September 21st is the Oxtoberfest, Oxtoberfest in Centennial Park, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and that will benefit Love Inc. So there's tickets to be involved in Oktoberfest. Taste of Oxford will be the draw, and it's from 11 to 3 o'clock downtown in Centennial Park. We can never do enough to help benefit Love Inc.
Exactly.
I was even out of town this past Labor Day weekend and met up with people from all over the country, and they were talking about Love Inc. down there. We were in Gatlinburg, which, golly gee, that's a great place to go, but don't go on Labor Day weekend.
I can't imagine going
It took us
anywhere
11
like
and a
that.
half hours to get to Cincinnati. So I was done driving. We spent the night in Cincinnati, and then another 4.5 hours to get home. And I think a lot of that had to do with the hurricane that
Yes.
is coming up the East Coast. So we're all, speaking of benefiting people, that we have such beneficial hearts in this community. So again, I made it about me for a minute. Sorry about that. Now we're talking about Love Inc. again. Oktoberfest, Centennial Park, September 21st, 11 to 3.
Good.
That's one thing I wanted to talk about. I'm going to jump around on dates, so just keep your calendar book open. October 6th, I just found out about this morning, and it could be because I just got back in town, but we will do a promo on that. The cemetery tour. This will be the 3rd year for the cemetery tour. A gentleman by the name of Jim Latola organizes this event. It benefits the museum downtown, and it's run through that museum. So he researches names of people in that cemetery. He gets their history and how they were an influence in this community, what they did to influence, and then actors portray a family member of that particular family name. This year the theme is different. It's about benefiting benefactors and organizations. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes up with. The first year it was about the family name. The second year it was about the influential people within that family, and this year I think it's how they benefit the community financially. There were, I think, 11 of us last year, so he did a lot of research because that was a different family for each person. I don't know if he's looking for volunteers, so keep an eye on our webpage, on our promos, and on our YouTube page, because we will have all that information up. And again, that's October 6th, so it'll feel like 2 weeks away rather than tomorrow. If you want to contact Jim Latola, try to get in touch with him through the Oxford Museum. So I got that out of the way. Sorry I don't have all this listed. September 14th, so that is like a day and a half from now. Addison Township is building a new library. Well, they've finally gotten permission. Now they're at the architect stage, so they've got the design for the new library, and they're doing fundraising. So they are having a Cupcakes Classic Car get together at Addison Township Library, and that is September 14th from 1 to 4 p.m. So just go out and give them your support. I don't care if you're from Oxford or Addison, we're all one big community. Their downtown is basically the downtown in Oxford. So we can support them a little bit. They're certainly supporting us.
Absolutely.
So Jema is the library director, and if you've never met her, take a drive out there. It's beautiful out there. Take a drive out there. Go help support the library and meet Jema. I'm really excited for them. We do a show called Read Me a Story, and she has welcomed us. We do it there. She's welcomed us with open arms. We can just call her and say, can we come out tomorrow? And she's, sure, come on out. And she has a lot of really cool events out there.
Wonderful.
They do educational events all the time, and they just don't have the room. It's not much bigger than our studio, and so they need that. And
Now
they
they're
need
gonna have a building,
they need funding.
huh?
Yeah, they sure are. I'm so
Sweet.
excited for them. So that's that one, but there's also the Scarecrow Festival coming up. That's seems like 2 weeks from now. It's October 12th, and that's from 11 to 3, and that's always at downtown Centennial Park. That's put on by the DDA, right?
Yes.
And Glenn Pape, the director of the DDA, puts a lot of work into this downtown.
Yeah.
He has done a lot of historical research to help us get grants, to help us get the historical designation that we got in the last couple weeks. It certainly takes a lot of people to do it, but you know, the burden rests on his shoulders because he's the director of the DDA. The DDA is a makeup of many of the business owners.
All the business owners.
Within the community, their board is. And they do a lot of work for our downtown, whether we know it or not. And they've done a lot of grant funding for business owners that want to upgrade their storefront. So we can attend their festivals and their events, which is a fun one anyhow.
Well, and really,
it.
it's the different business owners that are making these scarecrows.
Yeah, right.
You know?
So there's always a scarecrow competition too.
Right.
So if you're a business owner out there,
Right.
put it all into decorating your scarecrow or coming up with
because
a
they
cool
are
scarecrow.
they
They're
are
so
all
cute.
people walk around and people vote
They judge
on all the different scarecrows out there, and so the themes that they come up with, I mean, they're really
They're so
cute.
cute.
I
Very
am not
clever.
artistic, and it just amazes me how people can,
They're pretty
you
clever.
take a scarecrow and you just make it your own, and it's really your business. So.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and they do identify the business.
They
it's
do.
really cute. Pretty impressive.
It is.
On September 28th, the Oxford Middle School is preparing to host their second annual color run on Saturday, September 28th at 10 o'clock. Everyone's invited to walk or run, and Lakeville School is on Lakeville Road, just in front of the middle school.
Okay.
So that's
wow.
I think that's about all for our upcoming events, but we'll certainly keep you posted if anything else comes up. Just like today. Today's the first day I learned about the cemetery tour. So
Yes, I'm glad you had that opportunity to be able to share that. Really,
Yeah, so-
really.
So prepare. They moved it back a month. We had them in September, I think, the first 2 years. They moved it back a month, and it'll be nice and spooky out there.
Yeah, and that is a lot of fun. I can't
beautiful
believe all the
cemetery.
history and all the work that gets done on that. That's you got to give him a lot.
Thanks to Jim
of credit.
Latola. And there's a core group of people that put a lot of time into this. His wife, most certainly. He organizes the stories, and then she presents the scripts. She puts it in script
my
form and stuff.
goodness.
And it's really neat. So
It is.
plan on it.
It is. Well, it looks like we've completed
again.
another session
We did it
here
again.
at OCTV for
that's
Daybreak.
fun.
So thank you all so much for watching. We love being able to share everything that we can during this period of time. So hope to see you again real soon, and everybody enjoy our end of summer, now beginning of fall. Take care.
bye-bye.